So we've all tried planners. We have regular planners, we have just big notebooks, right? And after we tried all these planners and we still didn't do the things that we were supposed to do on the planners, we're like, screw it, we don't need the planners, I'll just use my brain. And then we can't keep track of all the things on our to-do list, and then we get confused and overloaded with all the things, and we just blow up and we don't know what to do. So today we're gonna fix that. Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning into another video here. I'm so excited about today's topic. This has changed my life. And I'm not joking in this capacity. This tool that I'm going to share with you today will change your life. You will be achieving more goals. You will be doing more fun and fulfilling things in your life. You will feel more happy and purposeful with this one tool. Okay, so we've had planners, right? We have bigger than this type of notebook planner, right? And we say, okay, I have my doctor's appointment. Okay, I have this meeting with this person. Okay, I have this thing with that person, whatever. And we either stop listening to this or we switch to maybe just a phone calendar. We have all of our appointments and stuff on there. And maybe we just say screw all of it and we just try to keep everything in our brain. We try to remember all of the stuff that's on our to-do list. I personally have found that to fail every single time. Why? Because I'm multifaceted. I have multiple businesses. I do a lot of different things. And truthfully, my brain's running like miles a minute and I can't remember every single thing there is to do. Not only that, but then you have these big audacious goals, and are you on track with them? Do you keep up with the things? And, are we measuring those goals, right? So it really comes down to, by trying all these things and never really succeeding in any capacity with scheduling, we end up failing a lot and missing a lot of things and just feeling useless, truthfully. And the tool that I'm going to share with you guys today is called Hour One. So what you will need for this, and I promise you guys, you'll want to watch this whole thing, because once you get the hang of this, give it like 2-3 weeks, give it a month. It's such a freaking game changer. Every time I don't do this, I feel chaotic all over the place, like my brain's all over. But when I do this, I feel so much more peaceful. My mind is so much more clear. I focus on what is at hand. So what you will need is two things. You'll actually need a traditional planner. I personally have a planner. It's a month-by-month planner. But what I love, so it has like these month tabs on the side. But what I love is that the schedules themselves are week by week. So the spread is one whole week, and each section it has each day. So you can essentially put, okay, each day, your to-do list, right? So you will want one of these. I think I got this one actually on Target, at Target. So it's super fun, super light, easy. You can fit it in your purse. You can bring it with you, or you just leave it at home. So, and then you'll just need a regular ass notebook. It does not have to be fancy. It can be whatever you want it. Just literally lined big ass paper. Okay. And it also doesn't have to be this big too. You can have it as a smaller size. This is just what I personally have laying around the house, and that's what I decided to use. Okay, so big picture, what is Hour One? Hour One is a way of scheduling out your future. Okay, so we essentially bring so many tools together into one practice. So it's essentially a weekly practice of scheduling your future. So what are these two things do? This planner is scheduling your week-to-week to-do list. Your week-to-week, day-to-day to-do list. This notebook is putting all of those extra random ass thoughts, random ass to-do lists, whatever, in this one. So what we're essentially doing is scheduling our week in advance, either one. And what we're going to be doing, is then essentially pulling from this big notebook on the top of each week, at the top of each week. So you can do it Sunday. I personally do it Sundays, like before I start into the week. Other people do it first thing Monday morning, to start off their week, as like, that's the first hour. That's the thing that they do. So hour one, it's just a terminology. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to take you an hour to do it. It's just generally, it's a phrase of spend 1 hour of planning your future, planning ahead, anticipating, measuring your goals, tracking things, figuring out your progress, that kind of stuff. But in this capacity, we're focusing really just on the scheduling of things. So what you guys will essentially be doing is, so let me go to this week in my schedule, and I can show you what we're doing. If we go to a blank week, okay, so you'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? And what you're essentially doing is, let's say it's Sunday evenings, because this is what Ian and I do, my husband and I do. We essentially, Sunday evenings together, we go through our phone. It's like a step process, but I promise you guys, this will alleviate so much stress in your life. I literally swear by it. I have all of my clients do this, and every single time there's like an issue when it comes to achieving things or getting things done, or just having this sense of fulfillment, it comes down to this discipline, following this tool. Okay. So, Sunday evening rolls around. We do hour one, we sit together, we put some lo-fi music on, we're just hanging out, and trying to be very present with each other. We pull up our phones hold like actual meetings, actual things, like schedules, okay? So for example, I go to the gym every morning. So the first thing that I'm gonna put on every single day is gym, right? And I guess even as I'm saying this out loud, what's important is write down every single thing you need to do or that you're going to do, right? So many people think, oh, gym is just part of my daily routine. Why do I need to write it down? It's because our brain likes to check things off. And I've learned this trick about myself. My brain loves to check things off. So when I put something on here, I get to check it off. That's a really cool thing. Additionally, by putting it on there, you're also making sure and we'll get to this in a moment, when you're scheduling ahead, planning your future energetics, you know what is going to be used up of your energy, right? Okay, so gym, and then let's say, okay, well, this week on Monday, I have a meeting in person with a client. Tuesday and Wednesday, I have 2 or 3 coaching calls. Friday, I have a networking meeting at this time. Everything that's like scheduled, put in here. Whether you have a call with your coach, whether you have a client meeting or a client phone call, you're putting this in there. And so what I would do is like, client session at 12 p.m. Client phone call or prospect phone call at 7 p.m. That's really late for me, but I just made that time up. You're putting in what you're doing and the time, right? Okay. Once I get through that, then what I do is I actually go to this notebook. This notebook houses all the random ass things that I thought of last week that were just not on my schedule last week to do that I wanted to do, if this makes sense. So this could look like deadlines. Okay, I need to send this client project out, so I have this deadline. It could look like, oh, I need to create a gift for a client, looking like that. Or hey, I need to buy toilet paper, or hey, I need a meal prep, or hey, I really want to fix, the paint trim in my bathroom. These are personal and business to-do lists. This is your everything. This is your life, your business, family, friends, everything is in this schedule. So I'll even read you examples off of this. Put cover over AC unit outside, right? I want to create my intro audio for a podcast episode, a specific one. I want to, and this also includes my goals too. So I want to be able to do a air squat hold for 2 minutes, putting that on there. I want to clean my fridge vent. It's like the end of the year, like all the things, or I shouldn't say the end of the year, but just winter things to do. And then like one of my goals this year is to create an online course. So as I'm thinking of, it's not ready to publish in any capacity. In fact, I have done nothing for it. But what I'm doing is like, okay, I want to start helping. I want to write out my results for the course. I want to create a niche for the course. Who's it for? I want to plan a Europe trip. Like all these, as I'm rambling, all these random ass things you want to do for work, for business, personal, whatever that looks like, put it in this big ass notebook. Okay. Then what you're going to do is go through your calendar, go through and say, okay, I need to do these things. I need to send out this client project. I need to, upload or schedule out this YouTube video post. I need to write this letter to a client. Whatever that looks like, that's essentially your second layer of things. You're going to first go and write down everything that is in your calendar, like meeting wise, scheduled wise. And then you're going and writing down everything that needs to get done that week. Okay. And then the third thing that you're going to do is write down anything that you want to do, anything that you have goals, you have projects. You're like, hey, actually, it looks like I have an hour of time on Friday and I want to, start working on a draft for a blog or something. I'm just making random things up. And I guess on this note too, this is a beautiful reminder. This is not hour blocking. We are not blocking hour by hour what we're doing. In fact, we're creating a to-do list on each day. Okay. So the thing that I love about that personally is I hate being told what to do. So when it says, okay, well, you have to send this email to this client between 12 and 1 p.m. today, I'd be like, fuck you, bitch. I don't know who told you that, but I'm not doing that. But if I say, okay, my to-do list is this meeting, this phone call, and I need to send this email to this client, I get to choose when I do it. Personally, I love this because I love to load out all this work in the beginning of the day. So generally my prime working hours are from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I try to get everything done within that time. And when I do, I get to do whatever the hell I want the rest of the day. Most of the time, I like watching TV shows. I like hanging out. Occasionally, I'll get a bug up my butt and start cleaning. Or something I just started learning to do is actually bake sourdough. So I'm playing around with that, which that is a process and a story on its own. But you get my point, right? So for me, it's almost like a to-do list that you get to do, and when you're done with it, you get to do whatever you want to do. And the thing that I love most about this is I think it's very challenging as entrepreneurs to tell ourselves what to do, right? So when you're in the corporate world, and I had a corporate job originally in insurance, good old insurance, and I was always told what to do. Maybe not minute by minute, or maybe not like task by task, but there was always, okay, this is what's expected of you, right? These are the things you have to do to get the results that we're looking for as your boss, right? But you go into this like rainbow world of entrepreneurship and you're like, I get to do whatever the fuck I want. And then it becomes this like really awesome thing, right? And then like a month goes by and you're like, I've really done nothing with the business. I'm not really achieving my goals. I'm not getting, hitting these progress tracking points that I wanted to do, right? So I think a lot with entrepreneurship, a lot of it is self-mastery. A lot of it is training our own brains. A lot of it is refining how we work best, okay? So I'll give you an example week of this week, actually. So this week, you guys will not be able to read this, so I'm just gonna point and pretend that it makes sense. On Monday, we were in Michigan for one of our clients for Hardesty Imaging. So all that's on here is Michigan. I know that we're gonna be there all day long, and I'm literally doing nothing outside of that. I'm not even going to the gym. I'm literally going there. We're filming all day, and then we're driving 3 hours back home. We get home. I do my evening routine, which for me is, brushing my teeth, washing my face, setting up my workout clothes for the next day, and going to bed. That's all that says that's on there, Michigan. I am saying that I am expecting myself to do nothing other than Michigan. Okay, Tuesday. So that's my first day back from the gym, from Michigan. I have down gym. I have a 10:30 a.m. Zoom call with a client. I want to post my husband's amp and guitar for sale, which if you need an amp and guitar, let me know. I need to call my county to pick up this extra recycling bin that we have. I want to post on social media. I need to mail a thank you card. I need to package a client product, and then I need to mail them out. Actually, I had 3 client gifts that I needed to mail out. I wanted to post on my other business thing. And then I wanted to schedule my coaching calls with my coaches. So that's all the things that are on there, right? So technically speaking, I think, so I had my coaching call that lasted an hour, and then all that other stuff, it didn't really take that much time. And even though, yes, there's technically a lot of to-dos, like a lot of things to check off, but the time that it took wasn't that much. I think I probably finished around like 1 p.m., truthfully. And for me, that is a cue to my brain. Okay, do I want to do something on the next days, on another day to get ahead? Or do I just want to have extra rest time, extra me time, extra do whatever the fuck I want time, right? On that day, I choose to do whatever the fuck I want. Why? Because I realized the day before I was in Michigan, I was tired. I didn't really want to do anything extra. And this is another important note to have, is that when you're planning your days, plan for your future energy. I knew when I was planning out Tuesday that I wasn't going to have a lot of energy to talk to a lot of humans. I wasn't going to have the energy to just essentially do, like, my endurance, we'll say, was not there, right? But I planned for that in advance. So I made sure that the stuff that was on the to-do list, yes, was productive. And it wasn't pushing me to a point where I was going to start feeling burnout if I kept doing it. Okay. And then I had the next day, I had a coaching call. Then I had a meeting that was out of town, a lunch. And then I wanted to post on social media and the gym. So when it came to this, there wasn't a lot of things on this either, but I knew my coaching call was in the morning with a client. And then this lunch, I knew I wasn't going to be coming home, is probably going to be from 12 to 3 p.m. Right. And once 3 p.m. hits, I really don't want to do anything. So I knew that after that lunch, I don't really have any time to do anything. So I knew what I could do was what I put on there. So this is another example of planning out your energy in advance. And this is how the rest of my the rest of my days look like. Some things that are important to note, and I'm creating another video on like common pitfalls for schedulings and things to look for. So hang out for that video too. We're gonna dive deeper into common pitfalls when scheduling and planning things. But at the end of the day, remind yourself that whatever you put on here is a commitment to yourself. It's a meeting with yourself. This is something that you said you were going to do, and now it's time to do it. So in that moment, you can either take action toward doing that to-do list, or you could not, right? But something I always remind myself is I said I was going to do this, so I'm going to do it. Now, on the odd chance where I said I was going to do this and I really, really don't energetically feel like doing this, then that is a reminder to, okay, then I'm intentionally making this decision. I'm not just avoiding or buffering or ignoring the task, right? And I'm essentially making a note in my brain mentally that this was too much on that day. When I did this task, it took me longer than I thought, or it used up more of my mental energy, we'll say. So that is a mental note for yourself. So then next week, when that task comes up again, or maybe it's a monthly task, whatever that is that comes up again, you can remind yourself, hey, I remember last time this took more of me than I anticipated. So I'm not going to plan my day as full, right? So this is the big summary of hour one. Let me know in the comments questions, thoughts, concerns with all of the things. Give yourself at least a week to give this a go, but I promise you things will start looking up after you take this on. Plan for every detail, every note, and I promise you things will be looking up. So please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe to get other videos coming up. I like to post about once a week. And comment down below. Let me know what resonated with you the most. What common pitfalls do you normally go into? And all the fun things. I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.